Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick response video to the Module 10 discussion board. I had quite a bit of thoughts, but figured I'd just do a video since there were some themes that surfaced for me. So to make it brief, I'll just jump right in there. One thing that I noticed about those who chose option one of creating the intervention for a group, a lot of times it seemed like they're pretty psychoeducationally heavy, and I like that's okay. They can be, but I just want to make sure that you're really making time for processing too. Even in psychoeducational settings, you can still make sure that like help the group members see the personal relevance for them. Uh, so with that in mind, I think we also need to really remember the core counseling skills from pre-practicum and practicum, as well as the facilitative kind of process-oriented group skills that we're teaching in this class. So those definitely need to be remembered when performing exercises. So exercises can sometimes kind of take over the group. Like if they're 45 minutes long to do the exercise, and then there's like only 10 minutes or 15 minutes to process. That's basically the exercise is taking over the group, and the structure is kind of taking over the facilitative possibility. Uh, some one quote from a peer in from one of you in the discussion board. The person said, "It's true that good facilitation makes the exercise work, but not the other way around." You can throw a whole bunch of exercises at people, but if you don't know how to manage the process, the exercises will only distract and potentially disrupt the group. I thought that was a really wise way of putting it. So the importance of the facilitation skills. Let's see. Uh, I just really quick wanted to also give a quick plug. So, like a lot of you were talking about doing group with younger, like elementary age kids, which I think is great. It's awesome. Also remember though that sometimes, yeah, maybe the processing they won't have the capacity to just sit there and process with each other for like 45 minutes out of an hour or something. Usually in a school setting, it'll be less than that anyways for the whole process. But some kids do just need to process though, and don't need to be over instructed in a school counseling setting either, or just like an elementary aged group as well. So just a quick thought on that, that process stage is still really important for kids too. Last few thoughts before I wrap up this video. Introductions. So everyone did pretty good at talking about introductions when you chose option one, but just really make sure that it's clear to you, why am I choosing to use this exercise? What's the purpose of it? How will it fit in and be relevant for this particular group? And make sure that you clearly identify that for the group. Every once in a while, you might choose to do that later on because you kind of want to just leave it a little bit open-ended, because that's part of the experience, like kind of let them figure it out experientially. But for the most part, just making sure that why is very clear to yourself as well as the group is really important. So then conducting the exercise. So be really thoughtful of the length of the exercise. So that's maybe the one thing that I really noticed. So if we spend too much time actually conducting the exercise, like it's like 45 minutes or a half hour to do the exercise, then there's not a lot of time to process. And the authors, Jacobs et al., really emphasize that the processing phase is really, really important. I get it that certain types of groups that are psychoeducationally heavy, that are teaching skills, that's kind of how they're built. They might be a little bit more in that instructor teacher type group facilitator role. But once again, I just really want to emphasize that you can still make groups personalized, even when there's a manualized treatment. Often there's at least some room to make that personalized connection. So once again, overall, like whenever possible, be really thoughtful of the length. Some noted about the video discussion or demonstrations for this week that they're really simple, like pulling up two chairs, a small chair and a big chair, and then just kind of talking about the inner child and the adult, dynamic going on for an adult group. Uh, so yeah, like a lot of times exercises can literally be just really, really simple, but it just introduces some little spice, a new little flavor that can kind of add to the group. But it doesn't always have to be this really long, planned out process. It could be kind of added in as needed. So those are my key thoughts. So feel free to reach out or chat more about that. But overall, I think they were great discussions overall, but just a few things to consider. So thanks, everyone.